Good morning and welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be going over the Day of the Dead. Now just stick around and enjoy the video. Okay, so today we're going to be going over the Day of the Dead. If you don't know, this lasts for 3 days out of the year, which is from the 1st of November to the 3rd of November, covering the Day of the Dead. This happens on the end of Hallow's End, and also the Dark Moon Fair is up as well at the moment. And for obvious reasons, we can actually do something to actually make some gold, and that is by acquiring a battle pet. Now don't you worry, you can acquire this with your characters, and I'm going to show you how to pretty much do it. The battle pet that we're actually going to be getting a hold of today is the Macabre Marionette. Basically, what you'll be wanting to do is make sure you're all the way over to Dalaran. Now, you could always go to your faction-specific capital city, but for obvious reasons, this is the most easiest way, as you can do this in Dalaran with any single class, race, or character. In the old days, you could literally grab your dwarf and you'd have to go to Ironforge. If you were human, Stormwind, vice versa. You get the point. Now, for this one to actually work, what you'll be wanting to do is by going over to these guys over here, which is in Dalaran. So we'll pull that up on the map right now. It's basically down this little crop right here next to the graveyard where you would spawn if you died in Dalaran. Now, the thing of note that you will need to get, however, is you'll be wanting to get a hold of ice cold milk and simple flour. This will be made apparent in just a second. Basically, what you're going to be wanting to do is you'll want to go over to the vendor on the left. You can always go over to Katarina and you can click her and then just do /dance with her, and you will actually also get a nice little achievement and you'll be turned into some dude as a little side note. Basically, that's just really handy for all you achievement guys if you haven't got it. Basically, you can just do that, just /dance on Katarina. Now, the next part that you'll be wanting to do is go into the vendor, which then all you have to do is purchase the recipe Bread of the Dead. This will require ordinary cooking, so even if you went to your faction capital like Stormwind or Orgrimmar, just go to the cooking vendor and just learn basic cooking if you don't have it already on your character. Now, what you can do is you'll be wanting to do is to buy the orange marigolds. You can always buy the bouquet of orange marigolds, but just the standard orange marigolds will do the trick. I buy a couple just to be on the safe side, and what actually happens is if you click on them, it will actually come up and show you a quest, and this is for the Macabre battle pet. Now, every character is able to do this, and every character is able to get a hold of this, and hence this is what we're actually going to be doing. You're going to want to accept that quest, and you're going to be wanting to make 1 Bread of the Dead. So you go into your professions tab, you go into cooking, and then all you have to do, obviously this guy is a fresh character, so he has like very little of anything, and you'll be wanting to give that in. Now obviously these guys despawn after a little while, that's why we bought another orange marigold. Summon it up again by just clicking it, and then just turn in the quest to get the battle pet. Now, once you actually have the battle pet, all you have to do is just learn it, and then you go into your pet journal and then just put it in a cage, and then you'll be able to sell that on the auction house. The current going price for this on the min buyout for me is 3,400 gold, or a market value of 3,561 gold. The region market value average, however, is 6,218 gold. This is very good for most people, as that for that little work of just getting a hold of some ice cold milk from an innkeeper and the simple flour from the cooking vendor when you go to learn cooking, you can actually just get something that's worth that, and you've only spent a couple of copper in order to, less than a silver, in order to get a hold of the battle pet, and you get like 4 gold as well for completing the quest. So that's really handy overall. So now we have the Macabre Marionette, and we've got that on our characters. So we'll log out for a second, we'll log out of Iranos, and we'll go over to Zathrash. And basically, I've set up all my characters in order to do this quest, and that is 9 characters in total that I actually bothered to set up in order to do the quest, and pretty much it's the same instance. What you'll be wanting to do is just press the marigolds, then turn it in, and then get a hold of your battle pet. You can learn that to your journal and then log back out again. and you can keep doing this for every single character for the Day of the Dead. This is a 1 per year quest, so if you did it last year to get the marionette, you can do it again and get the marionette again. Now this is like one of the only ways to actually go ahead and do this and get a hold of the marionette, and that means 3 days out of 365 days of the year means that it's quite scarce. So now is the time to actually get a hold of the marionette, and I usually hold on to them till about January time and then resell them. This is because quite a few people who actually do sell these will actually go ahead and start selling them almost immediately, and quite frankly that's not probably the best way about going about doing it. And what I prefer to do is hold on to it until the actual thing has actually gone about. So I will hold on to it for a little bit of an extended amount of time, wait till the supply dwindles, then resell a couple, and then hold on to the others. Once those couple have sold, then I'll sell them on. And it's the same for pretty much every single character going about. Obviously my TSM is not updated, but that's besides the point. I'm just saying you can get a load of these battle pets really damn easy just by going to Dalaran, spending a couple of copper, and just getting hold of the battle pets. The Day of the Dead is a great day of the year, mainly because not many people actually know about the Macabre battle pet, because a lot of pet collectors will know about it, but we as just general players will not know that much about it, and therefore it actually causes a little bit of confusion somewhat when you're actually going about doing certain things. So other than that, that is pretty much what I wanted to cover on this video. Is you can get a lot of these battle pets in 1 day of the year, well, one-time quest in 3 days of the year, that can actually knit you in a nice chunk of gold overall. So in this amount of time that we're actually doing this, and we're actually getting a hold of the marionettes and doing all of our stuff with it, we're actually getting a decent chunk of battle pets, to be precise. And that means in this amount of time, so the very small amount of time that I'm actually doing just logging onto characters and giving this in, is netting me in about 27,000 gold's worth of battle pets to actually sell in the future. And that is pretty much the name of the game moving forward. It's just a quick way in order to do this. Another thing to actually make it sold for a little bit more gold is by literally just going for the marionette and then searching for it in the thing. And what you can do is, if we go to the marionette, you can actually obviously cage it, but you can also summon it, and you can always use a battle pet stone on it to increase the value. Now this doesn't always work to get a quick sale, but I tend to do it if I've got some battle pet stones that I really am not going to use on any other battle pets, because they just clutter up my bag. But that's just another little thing that you can do. Obviously it's a lot easier if you're going to actually just level it up and do it that way, but other than that, this is pretty much a dead simple way to make some additional gold while you're doing your standard farming and all that jazz throughout the year. You can farm a load of battle pets really flipping fast, and then you can sell those on the auction house and then get back to your standard farming, and then you can pull in some additional gold throughout the year. Obviously prices do increase once the event is over, so bear that one in mind moving forward. Aside from all of that, guys, have an awesome rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow. If you want to support the channel and help make the channel even better, then why not check out the Patreon? Members get additional info, gold making resources, and Patreon specific content. The link is located in the description down below. Thank you and have an awesome day.